Morning class, Coach Day. Today's video we're going to do a little bit more practice with the quadratic formula. Alright, so remember that this only applies if they're in standard form, so ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, and we use this formula here. Remember the tune from yesterday? X is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. I know that tune is maybe a little bit annoying, but you'll remember the formula, you'll put it in right every single time. So here are your 4 easy steps to putting in a quadratic equation. First, put it in standard form. Make sure it looks like this. Second, identify your a, b, and c. Then carefully plug it into the quadratic formula, and then if you have the square root of a negative, this will always give you no solution. Alright, let's try the first one. Solve each equation using the quadratic formula, run your decision year's 10th. Now, look at your equation first. Is this in standard form? Look at standard form, look at your equation. No, it's not, because it doesn't say equals 0. We've got to move the 6 over. How do we move the 6? Good, subtract 6. Now, we have 6 right here. 6 minus 6 is 0, so we'll get this side equals 0. We have 6. This has an n, this has n squared. They don't have like terms, so we cannot combine them. You're just going to have to write it sideways. 3n squared minus 2n minus 6. And now we can use the quadratic equation. So, let's label our a, b, and c. Our a here is 3. Our b is negative 2. Our c is negative 6. Now that we've got our a, b, and c labeled, plug it into your formula. So x will equal negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. We're going to plug in all these letters exactly where they go here. So x is equal to the negative, because negative is part of the formula, we have negative 2, so you're going to get a double negative, plus or minus the square root of b squared, so put it in parentheses, negative 2 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 3, times c, which is negative 6. And all of that is over 2 times a, which is 3. Now, I know your calculator can handle this. So for today, since yesterday we practiced doing all of this, I will let you put this whole thing in your calculator in one step. So my recommendation is to open up the fraction first, alpha y equals, push enter, and then start to plug it in. Now, you know that this negative and a negative, since they're multiplying, it's going to change to plus. You can change it here, or you can put it in exactly as it's written. I'm going to put it in exactly as I wrote it. So negative, parentheses, negative 2, close parentheses, plus, we'll do the plus 1 first, the square root of, in parentheses, negative 2, close parentheses, squared, minus 4, parentheses, 3, parentheses, negative 6. And all of that is over 2, parentheses 3. Now, your calculator should know order of operations. And remember, since we don't have a plus minus button, we'll do this first with a plus. Push enter. I got 1.7 blah, 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 blah. So we want to round our answer to the nearest tenth when it comes out as a decimal. So look at that. 8. That 8 makes a 7 go up. So it's going to be 1.8 is our first solution. Now, for our second solution, we got to do the same thing with minus. Here is a quicker way. This calculator has a temporary memory saved, so you can arrow up back to your fraction. You can push enter, and then you can just go backwards over here and find the arrow until you get to that plus sign. Alright? All you have to do is put minus, and it will erase the plus and put a minus over it, and then push enter. And our other one is negative 1.11 blah, blah, blah. So look at the 1, 1. That 1 means the other one stays the same. So it's going to be negative 1.11. 1. Those are my two solutions. Now, if you don't have a calculator like this at home, that's fine. Use your Chromebook. If you don't have this at home, if you had trouble with the calculator app on your Chromebook, you can do this all by hand just like how we did yesterday, where you would do negative times -2 first. You would multiply all this in the radical. You would add or subtract, and then you'd multiply that and divide at the end. I'm going to stop the video here. We'll do the next example with the next video.